Good evening, everybody. We are back after a little hiatus. I'm back. The Big Man on Campus podcast, 5 o'clock, Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. I've taken about, I don't know, a little under a month off. I've done my SBR shows, did my shows with Blackjack Fletcher, went down to the Final Four, had some fun, and now I'm back. Baseball in the forefront. Here we go. Again, this show is not going to be as stat driven and direct as the other show was. Will I give plays out? Maybe. Will there be days I don't give plays out? Maybe. We'll see. It really depends on what the card looks like. And again, obviously, if you're out there and I give a play out for baseball, I would probably tail it. Am I going to be right every single time? No. I don't play a lot of games, though. And you look at a game like today with Pittsburgh. I mean, how they were an underdog, again, I know it's the Cubs and we all just have to bow down, but um, they're not that good, the Cubs this year. And they're going to struggle, especially without, Rizzo. Obviously, he needs to kind of get going, and he's out for the experience here. So for the next couple of days. So, yeah, I mean, they got to get right. They only have 3 runs today. Pittsburgh continues to murder the baseball. They are on fire this year, man. 8 runs again today. Nova was pretty good. I mean, 7 innings. He's only up 3 runs, but obviously this show will be fun. We'll have a nice time with it. I'll be on here talking about, life and experiences and stuff that I've done recently and what I'm going to do and stuff going on in my life and that kind of thing. And, we'll give out some bets as well. We'll go over some of the games. Generally, we'll go over the card. We'll have people joining us, guys like Donnie Rightside, this thing we do on Twitter, a lot of different guys. So yeah, welcome in. If you're not subscribing to the channel, please do so. It'd be very helpful to me. Subscribe to my channel and grow the channel. A lot of you are here because of basketball. Hopefully, we could transform you into soccer fans or baseball fans or whatever. Yeah, we'll have some fun. Welcome in James Ross, Retro Horror. Everyone in the chat, a lot of new faces in here. Some of the old guys are in here as well. Corey88, big man, talk about your experience at Green Hall in New Braunfels. LOL. It was horrible. There's not much to talk about. I mean, you saw the video. Basically, that was Tuesday. I was there till Wednesday, and basically we started the day out. We had a really nice start to the day. We went to a local Mexican restaurant. We had some good food. We watched the Juventus Real Madrid game. And then basically someone brought up barbecue, the guy we were with. And I actually really want to shout out San Antonio. And I kind of want to go on my Visit San Antonio placard for a minute here. Look, if you're in the mood for a vacation, you want to get away, you want to see a cool city, you want to have some good food and enjoy a place, maybe go, during the spring and see a Spurs game. I would highly recommend San Antonio. Really nice place, really nice town, nice people, great places to see a show or to watch a game. The Riverwalk's beautiful. Maybe if you have a date, I mean, taking her on a little vacay, go down to San Antonio, take a Riverwalk ride. And I urge you, and I'm going to make this clear, Southtown 101, really some of the nicest people I've ever met in this world. Really wanted for nothing when I was there. We were there a lot. We were doing shows. We were hanging out. We were talking. We were watching games. It was kind of our, basically mess hall for the week, and it was a great place. I really enjoyed it. They have great food, great breakfast, great burgers, great everything. Jeff Slaughter, who's in the chat right now, did a really nice job, and I really urge you, if you're ever in the mood, you want to go somewhere, if you live in Texas, go down there for a night and have some fun. I mean, the hotel rates aren't high. You go down there, get whacked at Southtown 101, maybe do some karaoke. A lot of really nice local people there that made me feel at home. Look, I stick out in Texas like a sore thumb. I just do. I don't talk like they do. I don't act like they do. But they were very welcoming to me. I had a nice time. So I urge you, go see Southtown 101. They have some cool little events there and great food, and they'll really make you feel at home. And let them know the Big Man on Campus sent you. They'll surely take care of you. But yeah, I mean, Green Hall sucked. It was bad, and basically Blackjack, I guess, Jeff Slaughter told him about it, and we went out in the middle of nowhere. It was just like a really like crappy like old building that had like this dude and this other guy like on a guitar just like singing about their lives. It was really bad. I mean, it was not for me, put it that way. But I don't have much of a way of experience. I actually really didn't even see it. I was just like, you know what? We'll let these guys have fun. I'll go sit in the car and I'll make some calls that I need to make, and that was that. It was very bad. It was not for me. But Blackjack wanted to do it. And again, I'm a giving guy. I'll go where you guys are going. I won't ruin your time. I'll just go and hang out. But look, I made it clear I don't drink and stuff, so it's a little different for me. Like when everyone else is drinking, I tend to avoid that, and I just I got to wake up to do shows and stuff. So for me, it was a little different of a trip. But I really urge you, if you're in the mood, you want to make a little trip. Let's say you live in southeast or southwest. Take a short flight. San Antonio, really beautiful place. Great weather, good people. Check it out. But let's look into some of the plays tonight. Obviously, soccer today, huge news in the world of football. Barcelona, what a collapse by them. I mean, up 3-0 aggregate, basically. However, Roma needed 3 goals. If they get 3 goals, they were going to win. They had that away goal, luckily, and they did it. I mean, amazing, really, turn of events. I mean, Barcelona, a top 3 team in the world, really. Just an amazing comeback by Roma. And look, I mean, that's the great thing about second legs, because they're never over, really. I mean, you always are going to be on your front foot. You're always going to be attacking. And yeah, what a great game. But I think it's important, guys, to make sure, most books nowadays offer both teams to score. Okay. I mean, most books offer various bets. And I urge you, go on my channel, watch my Soccer Bets PSA video. I did a video a couple weeks ago on how I bet soccer. People ask me all the time, how do you make these bets? Because I've invested in finding ways to make these bets. Again, to bet soccer at a high level and to win at betting soccer, if you have the right books, you will make money. I mean, it's that simple. The bets are there. They give you a lot of options. Go on, watch my Soccer Bets PSA video. I'm, again, very sick of constantly putting out bets and having to hear people, how do you do that? Where'd you do that? How'd you, I don't have time to respond to every single person. And again, that's the thing about Twitter. I can't explain things 7,000, 8,000 different times. So I urge you, I made that video, kind of me showing you how I make the bets. And again, it's important that you do it, because if you can, again, that's a great point, Isaiah. Fantastic point. There are bet builders now on various books. So let's say Five Dimes is your book. There's a little thing called a bet builder. It allows you to build your own bet. They approve it and they let you run with it. It's not difficult. Again, most things that people can't do, it's not because they can't. It's not because they don't have the ability. It's because they're too stupid and don't listen. I hate being like that, but again, people hit me up all the time. What's the score of this game? I don't know. Google it and find out. It's not hard. This is what my life's about. When I don't know how to do something, I find a way. When I was a kid, and I worked for my father when I was a kid, I would tell my dad, I can't do this. Like, I can't figure out how to do this at work. He was a concrete contractor. So he would say to me, well, here's what you do. Pretend you're going to die if you don't figure out how to do this. And I'm sure you'll find a way to do it. It's really not difficult, people. And Isaiah makes the point of the day. Great point. Exactly. You have to just go on the bet builder and do it. I mean, you want to do a soccer bet, find the bet and create it. Very simple. I'm on the Oakland A's tonight. I like that bet. I'll be on that myself. I agree with it. I don't understand the line. Donnie and I all the time talk about false flags. This is a false flag. You have a known favorite, a known home team that people love, a recency biased team that went to the World Series last year against a bad Oakland team with a guy that no one really likes to bet on, against a guy in Ryu who's off a bad game that many expect to have a good game. This line opened 150. Public's betting Oakland or LA, and the lines went down. Line hasn't moved since last night. It's a stone cold false flag line. You're going to get in bed with bad teams, but again, I will be on Oakland in this game. Most people in Texas will treat you well regardless of where you're from. Good point. That is true. Messi has to step up. Very disappointing. Yeah, and in big games, I mean, Ronaldo is a much better big game player, in my opinion. F those people. We as your followers should help you explain. Not necessarily, but Johnny Del Gaudia. Wish my book had both teams to score. Yeah, I mean, again, soccer is profitable if you can find ways to bet on it. Gambler John, did you make profit? Do you make profit on soccer? No. I just actually, what I do is I actually bet it, and my goal is to lose every bet. And I just keep throwing money away. Yes, John, I make profit. Sure. Did you follow me on Saturday? I think I was like 9-2. I went 3-0 today. I'll say I win more than I lose. And if you followed me on my soccer show on Premier League Punters, I'm up 56 units this season. Again, that's a very small tail that no one knows. For all you people, Jeff doesn't track. Well, I don't need to track, first of all, because I don't sell picks, and I don't need to prove that I'm good. I think I already have proven that. But Natalie asks us to track every play we make on the Premier League Punters. How many weeks are we in the Premier League? I think what, 34, 33? Yeah, 34 weeks coming up. So we're 5 weeks away from the end. I'm up 56 units. It's all there. Most of the time, every week, I'm betting large underdogs. Any difference when you cap international versus league soccer? I don't know if there's a difference, but I like them both just the same. I can't believe Roma and Liverpool in the Champions League semifinals. Yeah, I mean, Roma's obviously a surprise, but I'm not that surprised by Liverpool. I've heard Intertops is a good book for soccer. Listen, in my opinion, the only books that you can make out of soccer are the bet builders and the books that are overseas. So getting some kind of book from over there, getting money on it, and finding ways through VPNs to bet them. So many bets in soccer with huge plus money. Exactly. Flash goal is good for soccer. Flash sure is good for soccer. I use generally I use Bet365. They have a tracker on there where all the games are there live. But I use Action Network. Because of the great soccer plays, I had extra money to throw on Liverpool money line today. I owe it to the breakdown of the match. Yeah, good shit, Kyle. Glad to hear it. I thought plus 1.5 was a pretty good play as well. I mean, Liverpool haven't lost by more than one goal at home all year since October, basically. As far as that's concerned, yeah, settle down, Jason Ash. Jesus Christ, man. It's 8-5. Settle down, dude. Jason Ash just waiting for that guy or them to score runs so he could pounce on that guy. Yeah, look, he made a mistake. We've talked about that before. I mean, it is what it is. Who knows? I don't know how you put up with this, big man. Yeah, me either sometimes. I try to get an account on Bet365. Why do they hate Americans? Because we ruin everything, probably. That's why. Because most people just ruin everything, and they don't want to deal with it. I don't know why they do that. But you got to go and find ways. I've always loved Messi, but the guy just isn't there in prime time. No, he's not. And that's why, to me, Ronaldo is the best player in the world, because Ronaldo in big games steps up. There's just there's no discounting that. What kind of fuckboy questions are you guys asking? Well, they're asking questions. My local hates me because I win in soccer. Well, your local might cut you off soon. Soccer betting's a must. Very profitable. Yeah, exactly. Big man, what's up? What's up, Big Win Sports? Are the units the same money as NC Hoops? Yes. Any futures for World Cup? I'll get into that a little later. I've already made some, though. $5 pays out 10,000 plus, or should you cash out likely? I would cash out frequently. Any World Cup futures? I'm bullish on Belgium. I'll get into some of those this week. I don't know shit about soccer, but I listen to Jeff and the show he's on. Check out the bankroll. Exactly. You're totally right. A lot of great information on there from all the guys. Yeah, well, it's not bases loaded anymore. Big man, thanks for Dzeko to score anytime. Yes, that was a great one, Mohamed Yusuf. You had to figure they'd be on the front foot plenty. Dzeko's their guy. Salah's your favorite player in any sport. Who's second? Ronaldo. MLB Tigers ? Yeah, I don't hate that bet, actually. I've I've really tried to attack these teams that I don't think should be laying over 200 with a reject pitcher on the mound and kind of just pouncing on it. And Josh Tomlin would fit into the category of reject pitchers now, wouldn't he? Yes, I like that bet. Look, the Tigers are bad. I honestly would consider maybe just playing first five there. You obviously don't want to face Cleveland's bullpen because they're much better than Detroit's is. Yeah, I actually like that play. Maybe even a plus half a run. I mean, you'll probably get a decent price back on that. I would surely consider that great play there. I think Gambler John, that's a pretty good one. I like that one. That was one I had my eye on. I don't really see why Josh Tomlin should lay a number like that. It's just my opinion. You get Tigers plus a half a run at plus 120. So as long as they're not losing at halftime, you're going to be winning. And Matt Boyd had a pretty nice start to start the season. And he's had a pretty good career in his career against the Indians. 2.28 ERA in 4 starts. That's definitely something. And the way Cleveland has just not been able to hit this year, I'm all over that play. I like it. Good stuff, Gambler John. And one thing that's interesting about Matt Boyd, though, he's 1-2 with a 2.28 ERA in 4 starts. That means he's probably generally up after the first 5 innings. He just doesn't get a good, the bullpen blows it or something like that. So, again, that's Matt coming in. I think Matt's coming in off of I don't know what he's talking about. I'll have to address that later, Matt, on Twitter. Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh man, what's poppin', big man? What's up, man? How you doing? Good stuff, Nick. Thanks for joining us. Did you get any cowboy boots or trip? No, I did not. I would though get cowboy boots for abroad. I don't mind that on abroad. I did actually get some 2 nights out of the 5 I was there, and 2 different chicks, none of which wore cowboy boots. So that kind of sucked. But listen, the big man's good in every hood. I've been telling you that. I've often said it's not about what you look like. It's not about anything. It's about, are you a nice guy? Can you make a good woman feel at home? Can you make her feel good? And I just can. That's how it goes. Are you and Donnie going to any flyer playoff games? I'm trying to get him to go to the Sixers game on Saturday. He hasn't responded to me. If anyone wants to go to the Sixers game on Saturday, let me know. And if you live in Philly, neither Ryan nor Donnie nor anyone else will give me an answer. What's up, young Kobe? Salute to you. Thoughts on the Padres tonight? Listen, I mean, I think they're an improving team, but they just always seem to have like bad juju around them. I don't know. I mean, the Lucchesi kid, the kid who's in the 5 families. I mean, he had a pretty okay start in his first outing. He had 5 shutout frames. Nothing wrong with that. And again, I mean, with Lamet out, he really has the opportunity to be a big-time starter. It's Coors Field. You never know what will happen. Tyler Anderson wasn't exactly good in his first start, but he did bounce back in his second. I don't hate San Diego, but they just don't give you a ton of real belief that they can win games. But not in love with it. Texas, LA over 9. Well, I actually like LA in that game. It's right kind of at the point where I'm interested. 135, 140. That's almost even too high for me, but yeah, I like that play. The Angels, a money line. I don't like the total. Skaggs has been really good. I mean, real good. I think that's like a 4-2 type of game, 5-3 maybe. I'm not looking to get involved with the total there, but I do like the Angels to win the game. Especially with the line around 137. Cleveland bats are cold. Exactly. Mike sounds weird. All right. Then I guess I'm not sure what I can do. It is what it is. Unfortunately, there's no one else here for me to go away. Give me 1 second here. How about now? How about now? Maybe you guys can give me and only 1 or 2 people. I don't need 8,000 people telling me I'm good. How about now? I can't replug and unplug. I can't do that during the show. There's nothing really I can do, unfortunately. I'm in the middle of a live show. I don't have anyone here to pick up the slack until I come back. So we're just going to have to deal with it. If it's not awful, we'll just got to do what we got to do. Philly first five seems obvious. I don't think anything involving the Phillies seems obvious. I don't know about that. Though Homer Bailey's bad. Uh, Listen, I mean, the Phillies should win handily here. I thought they'd win handily on Sunday though against Miami. So with the weather the way it is right now, I'm not in love with that. I don't think anything is a guarantee. I'm on A's money line. Is Man City lost today a foul by Pep since he was brought into it in the Champions League? Well, look, I mean, they're going to win the league and they'll be in the Champions League again next year, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I mean, they were dominated by Liverpool, and you look at his stunt today. Yeah, I guess somewhat, but he'll be back. He's the best coach in the league. Free Meek, agreed. Red Sox and Mets first five. I like Red Sox, surely. I wonder though why that line's down, but it's probably just Yankee bettors coming in on it. I think Sale at 124 if you can get Chris Sale at that price at home against the lineup he does well against. Yeah, I agree. I would be on the Red Sox myself. As far as the Mets, I'm staying off the Mets tonight. But first five minus half, I don't hate that. Maybe a run line with the Mets. They've been rolling. Do you live bet MLB? Not really. Your Mike's worse than Donnie's. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't I can't just cut out the mic. Hold on a second here. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do. I don't want to anything now. How about now? How about now? How about now? Yeah, well, people are dramatic. They just want to complain. Um, I don't want to go out and go back in because it might cut the thing off. Yeah, all right. It's not that bad. How about the Orioles tonight? I'm not on the Orioles. I'm taking a break from that group. Though that's not usually a wise thing to do in baseball. Sometimes you just have to go back out to listen. If I had to play the game, I would be on the Orioles. Yeah, I like Cashner generally, but that lineup just annoys the fuck out of me. And Buck Showalter is irritating. Let's see if Chris Davis is in the lineup. Chris Davis is in the lineup again. I mean, why? Why is Chris Davis in the lineup? Can somebody explain that to me? Give him a fucking day off, for Christ's sakes. He's not good. Yeah, that's a no bet for me. Do I ever bet on NHL? Not really. I have one bet, future bet on Vegas Golden Knights, but that was just because someone told me to do it. No, I don't bet on no score first innings. Waste of money. Do I know anything about Tyler Beebe going tonight for the Giants? Not a ton, but like anything, I think if you read up on him, you could probably find something. Let me see here. Or Beatty, sorry. I mean, I think he's their number one prospect, if I'm correct. I mean, he wasn't good in spring training, and this is a concern against the lineup that's pretty good for the most part. I would definitely probably on Arizona. I generally like to fade these kids making their first start. And Beatty did not do good in the spring training. So, yeah, I would probably be on Arizona. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Am I doing an NBA playoff prop bet show? No, probably not. We'll probably just fade it into the different shows. Casher's a bad pitcher. I don't think he's a bad pitcher. Um, I guess I'm gonna have to fucking get out of this chat until someone shuts the fuck up. There, now shut the fuck up, will you? Jesus Christ. I mean, there's nothing really I can do. Like, I know none of you know that because you don't do shows, but there's nothing I can do. I mean, if I had a producer like at SBR, it wouldn't be as difficult. But, people just come in here and break balls about the fucking mic. Why did I come back and do this show? Why? Why did I do this? I knew I was enjoying not being around for this show. I knew it, but unfortunately, I just had to come back, I guess. All right. Feel free to answer any questions. We'll spend the last 15 minutes or so talking about whatever you want. Baseball, I'll probably run with the Oakland Athletics. I'll probably run with the Detroit Tigers, pretty small. We'll have some fun. Tony Corrente, what's up, dog? Tony Corrente, still hanging around. Still hanging around with that name. Barry Switzer's in here as well. Nice to see you, Coach. Thanks for bringing back the 5 p.m. show. For the record, if they won't shut up, we can talk about 5 rappers again. Whatever you want. Talk about everything. Am I posting MLB? No. Do you parlay MLB? No. Do you like the Sixers to cover 10? No. I'm not on NBA, probably. Actually, you know what? Let me look at NBA. I'm not on the Sixers for sure. Whoa. Hello. I kind of like the Hornets. I kind of like the Hornets. Sixers 25-1 future. Yeah, I like it. Why is your mic so clear? Can you fix it? LOL. Well, good luck with that, Kevin Reynolds. I don't trust Baltimore to do anything. I heard he's questionable. He has a stomach flu, I think. Mo Salah, exclamation point. Yes, he's a king. Hornets are a good play. Big men. Pacers are resting players. Yeah, I like it. I don't understand the line movement. Big man, join the chat. I had a customer walk in and interrupt me when your show started. Are you playing any plays tonight? We'll see. I said I like Oakland. I don't have like a legit like baseball's just fun for me. Like basketball is different. There'll be some nights where I don't like anything or whatever. I'm just doing it. I'm not doing any more of like putting in all this time for free. I'm not doing it. Yeah, dude, Pittsburgh won like 4 or 5 innings ago, bro. That was an easy one. Any thought for the Champions League tomorrow? Yeah, we're not on the second half. Listen, guys, always ask me why am I not on both leagues? Because there's 3 guys that do one, 3 guys that do the other. I'd gladly do both, but I'm asked to do one side and the other guys do another. So as far as the games tomorrow, I definitely like Bayern Munich to beat Sevilla quite handily. I actually like winning to nil pretty much a lot. 2.2, I like that a lot. I don't think Sevilla will score on the road. They're bad home side or bad road side. I would rather see the Wizard, or I'd rather see the Heat. Big man, I'm from Charlotte. I'm all over the Hornets. Yeah, I like it a lot. That'll be one I'm on. How's Caleb Smith for the Marlins? Not very good. He's a Marlin. Should tell you a lot. As far as the other game, do I believe that Juventus can come back? Sure. Do I think they will? Probably not. I think it'll be a front forward game, kind of like the one today. I'll probably be in both teams to score in the over 2.5. I think at worst it's 2-1. Frankly, I mean, Real Madrid to win looks pretty good, but it's too low. I don't know. I might stay away from that one. Maybe do a Ronaldo to score anytime. Actually, what price is that? Ronaldo score anytime is 1.57. Not good. Maybe Dybala to score. He's fairly low. I'm pretty sure. Where the hell is he? Where the hell is Dybala? Why is he not on here? What the fuck? It's weird. Yeah, I don't know why he's not on my list. That's weird. Usually they have all the goal scorers here. I don't know where the hell Dybala is. Higuain 2.5 to score anytime. Not bad. Um, Dybala. Oh, that's right. He had good point. My fault. Forgot about that. No wonder. That's why he's not there. Sorry. Well, then Higuain. I mean, whoever's up front. Higuain, Mandzukic. Mandzukic usually good for a header in a game like this. Um, a sneaky one, maybe Douglas Costa. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of that one. I like Bayern Munich. No win to nil. JP, what's up, man? Thanks for listening. Where do I have Mo Bamba drafted? I didn't do my full draft yet. I'm done with the first round of the NFL, but I am not done with the NBA. I would say he'll go sixth, probably to Sacramento, probably. My first five is Aiton, Begley, Porter, Jaren Jackson, Doncic. I mean that's about as I think that's about as much of a lock as it is. For the top 10 is actually pretty straightforward. I think Cleveland will take Trae Young. Um, I think the Sixers will take Bridges at 10 if he's there. A couple guys that I'm high on. I love Kyrie Thomas. I think he's making a huge push. Obviously, Zaire Smith from Texas Tech. I think if DiVincenzo comes out, I think he's a late first rounder. I would come back if I was him. Another guy I'm very high on, Brandon McCoy from UNLV. I think he's going to be a really good pro as well. But my favorite right now is Mikal Bridges at the next level. I think obviously out of the top five, I think Bridges is going to be a phenomenal pro. Very, very high on Mikal Bridges from Villanova. He's exactly what you want in the league nowadays. Is Breaking Bad in your top five? It's close. It was a good show. I don't think it was great. It was a little hard to believe at certain points. You said you liked Red Sox first five more than Game, right? No, I would go full Game there. Yankee bullpen worth jumping on at this point. I mean, they haven't been good at all. You said Liverpool would win the Champions League. Yeah, I do like Liverpool. I think they will win the Champions League. I don't know if at this point you should take it. Who you got going 8 to the Bears, big man? I have. I think they go corner. I think they'll take Denzel Ward. That's who I have them taking out of Ohio State. Denzel Ward. I could see Nelson as well if he's there. I actually have Nelson going 6 to the Colts. So again, I think it's time for them to address the offensive line. Hope the Cavs can get Michael Porter at 8. Not going to happen. Michael Porter will be top 3. British to the Sixers. Yeah, it'd be a perfect fit. I think the Spurs should go with Landry Shamet. I don't. I think they'll look towards a big. I would say. I don't know. Maybe. I think if he's. I think they would kind of hope Robert Williams is there, but I don't think Robert Williams will be there. Maybe Spellman. If Spellman leaves, again, very obviously important if he leaves. Listen, I think two players that we didn't see this year that you have to keep your eye on. Obviously, Billy Preston from Kansas. Billy Preston, I think, will get drafted. I think Billy Preston can get drafted pretty high. I think Billy Preston's a really good basketball player, and I think even with limited experience, I still think he's an NBA player. Also, Mitchell Robinson from he was going to go to Western Kentucky University, decided against it, just really been working out. I think he's a guy with tremendous size. San Antonio might attack him. I think San Antonio has to go bigs. Pau Gasol is that on his last legs. I like LaMarcus, but you need someone else. So yeah, I think they go big there. Maybe someone like that. Another guy I'm very high on. I think if he has the right fit, Svi Mykhailiuk from Kansas. I'm really high on him at the next level. I think he could be a guy. He's had a ton of experience in Europe. He's a knockdown shooter. Obviously, he has to get better defensively, but I think Svi Mykhailiuk could be a nice first, second, third pick of the second round that could really help a Toronto, a team like that, a contender. I like him a lot. Did you have Chubb or Michelle going first round? No, I don't have either of them in the first round. No. The only running backs I have in the first round are obviously Saquon Barkley, and I have Darius Geis going in the first round. And that's pretty much it. Roquan Smith, I've gone to the Oakland Raiders. I think that's the most straightforward pick of the first round. I think Oakland must take Roquan Smith. I think he's a first-round pick right at that point, right at 10-ish, 11-ish. They better take him. That's a big-time pick for them. I think he'll help them considerably. I'm not really sold on Jackson. No offensive skills and a twig, but he's a really fantastic defender. Bridges is next, Kawhi Leonard. They said that about Josh Jackson, and he still might be. Bridges, as far as the next Kawhi Leonard, I don't know. That's a decent comparison, but it's a bit. Obviously, that would be your comparison for a lot of different players, but it's a bit much, a bit lofty, let's say. As far as for me, to me, he reminds me more of like, honestly, Robert Covington, kind of like that. He's not as big as Kawhi. I think Kawhi's a bit taller than he is. And Bridges is a much better shooter than Kawhi was coming out of San Diego State. So, yeah, I really like Mikal Bridges. I think he's a guy that I think long-term is really going to be a good player in the next level. Bayern wins the Champions League. I don't disagree. I just like Liverpool. Calvin Ridley. No, I have Calvin Ridley going to the Baltimore Ravens. I have the Bills actually going, or the Bears going Denzel Ward. Like I said, no, I have Ridley going to the Ravens. I think they'll draft him if he's there. The Flyers have a chance against the Penguins. I have no idea. I don't bet hockey. Who do I have the Niners taking? Tremaine Edmonds from Virginia Tech. What's up, Spread Goat? What's up, Alex Wander? Good to have you. Did I notice the Spurs are taking less international players lately? Yeah, they are. For sure. What's up, Earn 4? Malik Newman will be a sleeper in the NBA draft. Yeah, I agree. I guess people will, if you're looking at like strictly what people did in the tournament, yeah, I mean, he could be a guy that will make, some kind of move at the next level. But, and his draft stock's obviously very high after, his performance this year. But he did, I do wonder like what happened at Mississippi State, why he left there. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. I think he's definitely a next level guy. Is he a sleeper? I like Svi a little more. Are you doing shows regularly? You're better than ESPN. Yep, I'll do them when I can. Where's Grayson Allen fit? I think probably late first round, maybe Cleveland. I mean, maybe San Antonio. I think he's a better player in the NBA than people might think. He's competitive. He's tough. And he's a shooter. He's a very good shooter. And he can create his own shot, which I think is important. But yeah, I think he's a first round pick, late first round. Not it's not going to be early, but it's not Luke Kennard, but towards the end probably. Yeah, Warriors should be a good fit for him. Sure. Thanks, Alex. How do you keep up and cap all these obscure soccer leagues? Well, I have a lot of time, my man. Do you post some of B picks like you do with college basketball? Not as much. Do you think Real Madrid Bayern is going to happen in the final? No. I think it's going to be Real Madrid and Liverpool in the final. I think Liverpool will beat Roma, and I think Real Madrid will beat Bayern. Is Tyler Cook ready for the NBA? Tyler Cook? I'm sure I know who that is. For Iowa? Is that who you're talking about? Uh, doubtful. I don't think. Maybe late second round. Um, Again, there's a lot of kids that will test NBA that are not ready. If I was him, I would not hire an agent, which I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't hire an agent, so that's good. I don't think. I think he'll be back in Iowa this year, and that's a good thing. I mean, luckily you can come back if it doesn't work for you. Where are Duval and Trent going? Uh, you're not serious, are you? I think Trent is. I think he's a top. I don't know. I think he's a top 15 pick, probably, Trent. I think people are pretty high on Gary Trent, especially because he is a guy that can knock down a ton of shots. Duval, I mean, I've heard people very high on him. A guy that could maybe go, first 30. I don't see it, but people think he can. I think Trent will be the better pro, though, frankly. Um, Yeah, I mean, I've seen certain mocks have Trent top 15. I kind of agree in a way. I think he's a good two guard, and he'll be a good two guard. He's got pretty good size as well. Um, I'm not as high on Duval. I think Duval's more second round, if any. But again, I mean, certain scouts think differently of it. A guy to really keep your eye on as well. If, in your draft boards, to me, I think he's a prototypical NBA player. Alize Johnson out of Missouri State. I think he's a really good player. I think he's a guy that will help a team. Maybe will come out of nowhere and help his team. Who do I want to see the Sixers get? I want to see the Sixers get Bridges. I'd like to see them maybe if DiVincenzo comes out, taking a shot with him. Maybe late second round, maybe a Chimezie Metu, maybe someone like that. Even late second round. I like Raleigh Alkins. Think he's a solid defender. That's important, obviously, anymore. I like Kevin Hervey out of Arlington. I like a lot of these guys. There are guys that I think you can stay away from. LiAngelo Ball has a better chance than Tyler Cook. I agree. Listen, I'm on the different wavelength with LiAngelo Ball. I have been impressed with what I've seen from him. Obviously the competition is not as good, frankly. But stranger things have happened. He'll get an opportunity. He'll get tryouts and stuff. But again, I mean, it's Lithuania. It's not as high level as far as basketball is concerned. They've had some issues with the coaches over there. Um, and that's big time concern. But as far as over there, I mean, he's averaging, I think, about 15 points a game, which he's not starting. I mean, he comes off the bench. He set some big time games this season. So, yeah, I mean, LaMelo obviously is the better of the two. But we'll see. You never know. People can really jump up. Who knows? We'll wrap it up in the next few minutes here. How do you think Mo Bama's game will translate to the NBA? I think Mo Bama's game at the NBA will be just fine. I think it's going to be obviously very good. I have him going, like I said, sixth to Sacramento, but could be higher. I compare him to you look at his standing reach, it's almost 10 feet. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. He's fluid, he's agile, he's very good as far as anticipating shots. He's a good shot blocker. I think he's a real cerebral player. He's get a little tougher, a little stronger. His offensive game needs to be worked on a bit. I think at worst, he's Nerlens Noel. I think at best, he's Rudy Gobert, that kind of player. But I think he's more towards Rudy Gobert as opposed to Nerlens Noel. He's a much better offensive player than Noel. Do I have the Eagles getting a DB? No, I think they go receiver or tight end. My thoughts on Tony Carr? I like Tony Carr. I think he's like a late first round pick, early second maybe. Could see maybe the Warriors taking him, maybe Boston. Um, he had a really good assist to turnover ratio. Pretty good size, not overly fast. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Nigel Williams-Goss, frankly, last year. I think he'll be drafted higher than Williams-Goss, but you know, he's really kind of everything you look for in a two or a one guard. I like him. I think he could help the Warriors. You know, better than Jan Clark. Johnny Cash has mixed emotions and feels bad about Joe Paterno. How? How? I mean, I'm not even going to address that. Big man, do you think you could take betting little kids football if you had a few games worth of tape? Probably. I mean, I think I can bet on anything if I have seen something enough. I used to set lines on Division II basketball games when I was in high school. We had a Division II team around here, but I don't know. I mean, it's illegal, I think. That's a great question. I don't know, Lloyd. I don't know why anyone would feel bad for Joe Paterno. Not the right thing to say there, Johnny. Who do you have the Eagles getting? I think, like I said, I think they go receiver, tight end. Yeah, I don't have anything on that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here today. Always fun breaking balls here on the show. Hopefully, we'll get our listeners back up. A lot of people exited after basketball was concerned, but I really enjoyed doing the show today. Had a little bit of technical issue, but nothing you can do about the mic. It kind of just fades in and out. So yeah, we'll wrap it up. Everyone have a great night. And we'll see you tomorrow at some point. I'll be on the roundtable early on. I'll also be on with Black Jack Fletcher tonight on Viva La Vegas. If you're interested, 10:30 Eastern, give us a call live. We'd love to hear from you. We'll be on at 10:30 on Blog Talk Radio. The link will be posted on my Twitter account. Tonight, I'll take a shot with the Oakland Athletics and a small play on Detroit. Everyone have a great night. See you next time.